Hello. Can you guys see me okay? Hello, 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 everybody. Hello, hello. Hopefully this works. We've been having a lot of issues lately with YouTube and our lives. Let me know if you guys can hear me okay. Let me know if you guys can see me okay. I hope everybody's doing all right. Hi. Can you guys see me okay? Hello, look at all those hearts. Hi, everybody. Hi, Kelly. Hello. Kelly was with us during the live event. First of all, I just wanted to say we had an awesome time in the live event. It was so intimate. It was so special. I really got to connect with everybody on a very personal level. It was just a lot of fun. And I can't wait for the next one. So you guys really gave me an extra boost to keep going, to push through the heart bits of being a channel and so on and so forth. Hi, Sylvia. So thank you again. And hi, Raymond. Thank you again. It was really magical. It was magical. So I can't wait. All right. What are we doing today? We're doing angel card sessions. Now, for people who are new on my platform, I'm an intuitive, so a lot of things kind of flow naturally from that intuition feeling aspect. Everything for me starts with feelings. When I do private readings, I do go into a channel vibration, which is a little bit different than what we're doing today. Because when I'm in a higher vibrational state, then spirit can kind of talk through me. When I'm doing angel cards for you guys, it really is spirit using my intuition to bring forth information in order to help you. And I let the spirits pick a card. So I shuffle until a card jumps out. That way I know I didn't pick it. And then I go and let you know what I feel on an intuitive level next to the message that's on the cards. Okay. Now, usually there's more people on the live chat than I can channel for, but no one understanding that spirit will give you nudges and give you feelings and confirmations that, hey, pay attention, this is for you as well. So if you're having a feeling, let's say I'm doing a message for somebody else, but you get the feeling that it's for you, or you get the goosebumps, or you get the idea of, I wonder if that's for me. If you get any of that, then that's your spirit giving you a nudge that, hey, listen up, this is for you as well. So know and understand that we can learn from everybody's message. Anything you resonate with, take it with you. Whatever you don't resonate with, just let it go. Okay, then that means that it wasn't meant for you. All right. I hope that kind of explains it just a little bit, because we've been having a lot of new people, new members on Patreon as well. So there's people on here who have known me for a very long time, who've been following me for a very long time, almost 10 years already. I've been channeling since I was 18. I'm 43 right now, so I've been doing this for quite some time, but I haven't been doing it for that long online. So I think I started in 2016 on YouTube. So there you go. You guys like the braids. You know what? It's just long. And I went to the hairdresser before the event. And I was like, hey, you can cut off a good amount. But she's the problem is, when I go to my hairdresser, she is she is an intuitive as well. And then we get to talking about her life, and I'm channeling information, and then it turns into a reading, and then yeah, she didn't cut as much off as I wanted. So it's just easier when it's like this. Otherwise, my hair's like just like an exploded poodle on my head. So anyway, it's just easier. So let's get started. So know that I just kind of go over the names up and down on the list, and I just kind of see who jumps out. For me, it kind of looks like the letters are highlighted. And to me, that means that spirit has a message. But like I said, you can get a message from anyone. Monica Ziatkiewicz. Am I saying that right? Probably not. Ziatkiewicz. Vix. Very difficult name. But let's just stick with Monica. All right, I have multiple sets of cards. I have a brand new pack. During my live event, I was gifted this wonderful deck of cards. And I'm really excited about that one. So thank you, Carrie. That was Carrie. I believe it was Carrie. That, if I'm wrong, let me know. But I think it was Carrie that gave me that pack. This one. So I just get drawn to a specific deck. Again, it highlights in my head. So it's almost like I can see the energy of the pack just kind of get more intense. Monica. Woo! There it went. It's flipped over. My fearless freedom lights up the world. Monica, my fearless freedom lights up the world. You're in a state of liberation, and it's almost like you don't know it or you don't realize it. Right now, you feel very annoyed with everything. Right now, you're in a kind of a point in your life where you've just had it. You're being pushed to a point where you're tired of the darkness, you're tired of the struggles, you're tired of what all the lower vibrational events that you're seeing happening in the world. You're just tired of all the negativity, and you're just ready for the sunshine to come back. You're ready for the joy to come back, and you're ready to dance again, is what they're showing me. It's like I can see in my head there's this spirit just kind of dancing. It sounds like you're ready to dance again. And they're saying, understand that the freedom that you're seeking is in your hands. You have the power to choose when to let go of the negative and simply and only embrace the positive. You have the key to your own chain. So it's up to you to decide once and for all, I'm done with spending energy and focus and time with anything that doesn't resonate with me anymore. I am done with doing things against my will. Everything is in your hands. So the freedom that you're seeking is 100% attainable and sustainable if you choose to embrace it as your new life, your new essence, your new beingness, and start to act upon it, become it, and express it. Okay? Does that kind of make sense? So it's in your hands is what they're saying. Stop trying to wait for someone or something to happen to bring you that freedom, but claim it, own it, make it your own. You're the one who gets to decide how you choose to experience your reality. You're welcome, Monica. I hope that helps. Kristen Hiele. Am I saying that right? Kristen Hiele. I probably not. I don't know why I don't say it right, but ooh, we're going for the newbies. Okay, Kristen, you're my first with the newbies. Okay, I'm excited. I have not looked at the cards. I don't read those stupid books that they put in there because I I look at the card and I let the card talk to me. I don't follow other people's instructions. I follow my own. So, okay. Hi, Sarah. Oofa. Ooh. So you have the parrot. Listen how do I say that? Listen intently to understand. That's, you got two cards that come out. This is the parrot. What does it say? Listen intently. Is that even a word? Okay, I'm not American, so English is not my intently. Okay, with intention. Okay. And then you also have rabbit. Ooh, I like this card. You know why? It's got two of my favorite animals on there. Rabbit, and it's got a horse, well, a unicorn, but to me that's a horse. Recognize your significance. Archangel Gabriel and Archangel Bakpi. Never heard of that angel. No, we're not restarting. No. My computer is saying restart Windows Update. No. Every time my computer restarts, nothing works on it, and I have to completely fix it. Okay. Parrot and rabbit. Listen intently to understand, recognize your significance. The thing that I'm getting for you is really about learn to listen to yourself. They're kind of smacking you. I feel like I just want to shake you. It's almost like everything you're seeking is within you. It's inside of you. You keep looking for validation outwards. You keep looking for confirmation outwards. You keep looking for love out there. You keep looking for success out there. But everything is in here. If you want to see it out there, you're going to have to feel it inside first. Okay. That's kind of what they're saying. And when I'm looking at these cards, this really kind of jumps out, is that heart chakra just kind of lighting up. And that's the path to happiness. That's, they always say the gold is on the other side of the rainbow. Well, the gold is right here in your heart. Okay. When you can feel it, when you can have faith that it's already in existence, that it's already been made, that reality that you so desperately want, where you will experience the experiences that you want to have, is already happening. You just need to align with that truth. You need to have that faith. And faith is not the same as belief. Okay. Faith is just knowing that that's how it is without you needing to believe it. Okay. Believing is more, how would I say it? Believing is an action. There's an action required. You have to work on a belief system. You have to, I don't know if I'm expressing it right, but faith, it's just like that. There's no action required. There's no work required. That's just how it is. So they really want you to focus on your intuition. They really want you to focus on enhancing the emotional, feeding it, nourishing, expanding the emotional truth. Because right now you're overrun with fear, and when you're in a state of fear, that place of existence, the parallel reality that you're seeking to exist in, is kind of overshadowed. It's overclouded, and you don't have access to it. So when we open this up, every manifestation comes from the emotional center, okay? Not the mind. You can think about something all you want, but until you feel that it is already so, that mind thing isn't going to come to pass. Does that kind of make sense? So it's really important to focus on what you're feeling. You need to stabilize your emotional center. You need to fill it and nourish it with positivity, with knowing that everything is already created. All I need to do is follow my intuitive sense every day and start aligning with that reality that I really want to have. Because in that reality, they're showing love, they're showing success, they're showing self-accomplishment. Okay, so they're showing, look, this is the rainbow, right? Your heart is the path to the gold. And once you get to the other side of the gold, once you find that gold, once you get to the other side of the rainbow, all this is available to you. Love, success, accomplishment, flight, being able to fly, and being abundant. Do you see that? Wonderful. So really focus on reprogramming the emotional center, and aligning with truth. The truth of the matter is, this is a virtual reality. It works on a principle of energetic frequency. And so if you want to, the moment you think of something, the moment you feel like, ooh, wouldn't that be great? Boom, it's being created. It is a possibility in a parallel reality that you simply have to align with in order to experience it. The moment it comes into your head, it is a reality. Okay, a possible reality, a possibility for you, because it's instantly created. That's why Einstein always said imagination is more important than knowledge, because if you can bring it into your mind, at some point it will become reality. All we need to do is kind of realign our heart chakra or our emotional center to match the frequency of that reality, and therefore bringing it into our reality. But either way, it's created. And that's what these parallel realities, we live in a multiverse. So there's all these parallel realities within one dimension, and then infinite amount of realities within another, where there's infinite amount of possibility. And all you need to do is align with the right one in order to attract it. Okay. But it starts here. Okay. And I'm probably babbling and I'm going to stop now, but it starts here. And this isn't going to create anything. This helps you to visualize so you can create a feeling that then going to manifest and attract and help you align with it. But this is just a tool to get this going, to get the feeling of excitement going, because a lot of people need to see it in their minds in order to feel it. Okay, so this is just an aid. It's a tool, but it's not the manifester and it's not the creator. This has to align with what you feel is true for you. All right. I hope that helps. Rayun. How do I say your name? It's like Honest. I'm probably saying it wrong. But Rayun, we'll do Rayun. Okay, this one. All right. Well, I hope that helps, Kristen. Today is the autumn equinox. Yes, it is. You're welcome. What are you doing? Today, the days start to get a little bit longer on this side of the equator. Not everywhere, but on this side of the equator, the days are getting longer. What fell out here? Mother Earth, grounding and support. Number 18, Rayun. I don't know if you can see it very well. Okay. The word that's coming in my head right away is self-protection. So you're in this kind of butterfly thing. You know, there's a lot of changes happening in your energetic field. Because this is really I'm really being drawn to this kind of, you got the cube, but then there's this vibration around it. To me, that's the energetic field. It's always moving, and you can kind of see it in the picture that it's moving. It's the aura, it's the energetic vibration around the body. Well, actually, that's your soul energy, and your body's inside your soul, but that's a whole other thing. So self-protection. I keep saying self-protection. It keeps going in. On and on and on. Self-protection. So you really have to make sure that you cleanse your energy regularly, because it's almost like you've done really well, and now you're kind of going backwards again. Like, I think the evolution is taking too long for you, and you're starting to lose your hope, and you're starting to lose your insight, and you're kind of going backwards instead of forward. And they're saying, look, you need to ground and you need to self-protect. You really need to put yourself in a bubble. Now, most people are being asked to get out of the bubble, but for you, it's almost like you need to kind of get back into the bubble where you can keep yourself safe and kind of clear from outside negative interference, because you need to keep your vibrational field clear of lower energies. You really do. It says grounding and support, but to me, the support, it's more supporting yourself, really focusing on cleansing, focusing on visually strengthening your energetic field, because when we can see it and we can feel it at the same time, that is what's happening, then we can alter DNA, we can alter frequency, we can do a lot. When the mind and the emotional center work together, combined, we can do massive amounts of things. And there's a lot of scientific proof right now, just recently, that's supporting that truth. So that's validating that truth, that we can change literally frequency within the body with just our mind. Anyway, Rayun, it's about, you really need to ground, get yourself in a little bubble, and really work on cleansing, clearing, and just finding your happy space, finding your little, your your niche, your little nest of comfort and joy, and stay there for just a little bit, because you need to recuperate. You need to kind of, it's just this roller coaster effect with you. I feel like you did well, and then you kind of went downhill again, and now they're asking you, okay, time to take care of yourself again, time to start from scratch, start over, re-begin the basics of keeping your energy clear, balanced, grounded, and just give yourself a little bit of time to get everything back in order. Okay, I hope that helps. All right, let's see. Elmer BM. Okay. Let's see, Elmer, this one. Oop, that one flew, didn't it? Elmer, magical gateway. Magical gateway. It takes courage and trust to venture into the unknown, yet this is where the greatest rewards are. It is time to step boldly forward without looking back. You are the key to your success. You know you can do it. You know that what you want to do is a possibility for you, but you need to stop self-sabotaging, is what they're saying. So really start encouraging yourself. Become your own biggest cheerleader. You need to become your own mother that believes in you, that supports you, that will do anything in their power to help their child, which is also you, to thrive. So you really need to get into a space of believing in oneself 100% and being fearless in your decision making, because it's the only way that you're going to create what you want to create and be abundant from it and experience the accomplishment from it. So really work on that. Okay, I hope that helps. Serena T. Let's see which one. Oh, okay, this one. Serena. Oopa. Panda. Stay balanced in your essence. And Raven, prepare for change. Okay. Oh, let me see if I can get those nicely next to each other. Panda and Raven. Okay. You're welcome, Elmer. What am I getting for you? There's something in your past that you need to make peace with. There's something in your past that you need to make peace with. This kind of almost looks like a heart, although it's just kind of going around, but it just feels like a heart. And this feels like family. Family needs to be reunited. There's something about something from your past in regards to your family that is keeping you out of balance. And because you're out of balance, you really have a hard time in attracting the things you want. Okay. So you need to heal something, whether it is just doing a clearing or a cleansing or just a forgiveness exercise, whatever it is. There is something in your family or with loved ones that happened in the past that has not been cleared. Okay. It needs to be nourished with love and forgiveness and released back into the universe. When you can do that, the change is coming. Okay. A raven is a messenger. Okay. The Native Americans, in their understanding, ravens are messengers. Messengers from spirit. So change is coming and you will be guided to it by the universe. You will be guided to it by the universe. So a job is probably on the coming, but this needs to be fixed first. Does that make sense? She says, how do I clear it? Okay. So what you can, for example, do, what I did quite some time ago when I had a lot of people to forgive, long time ago, is whenever I would take a shower, I would pick one person or one event that had hurt me, or one person who had hurt me, and I would just visualize it. I would close my eyes, I would be in my shower, and I would visualize that person is standing right across me, or that event is happening right now, and then I would see the energetic cord between that event or that person and me. And then I would visualize that I had these huge scissors, and I said to the other person, I forgive you because I deserve peace. I'm letting this go because I now no longer want to be affected by something that has been in the past, because I am no longer that person, and I am no longer I don't need to hold on to this in whatever way, from however you want to express it. It's basically saying, I want to let it go. I forgive you. Even if a person hurt you, for example, I would say, I forgive you for not understanding that love is the only right answer in everything. I forgive you for not understanding, or for being so far removed from your own essence that you felt that hurting another person was the right thing to do. And then you imagine your big scissors and you cut that energetic cord, and as you're cutting that cord, that person or that the image of the event falls into a million pieces and gets flushed down the drain of your shower. Does that kind of make sense? And I guarantee you will start to feel instantly lighter. And if you do that every day until you can't figure out, okay, I think I've covered it all, and I think I've done it all. Then you can ask your spiritual team if there's anyone else that I need to let go of or forgive, or any other event that I might have forgotten or that I might not remember, or that I might have tucked away so deeply that it just simply doesn't come up anymore. Please let me know so I can clear that as well. And then you'll see in the next couple of days if anything else is still coming up. If not, then you should be okay. Okay. But you need to clear stuff from your past in regards to family or loved ones. And only then will you have let go of the energy that is hindering you to transform, to move on, to receive the abundance that you deserve. Okay. So I hope that helps. And yes, this is being recorded, so you'll be able to rewatch it if you want to re-listen to it. Okay. There we go. Hope that helps. I've been having a lot of gas today. All right. Who else? Let's see. Elizabeth McQuaid. Elizabeth McQuaid. I write it down so I can put it. I'll put it all the names then in the in the comment section. So if you want to revisit the live, then you can see if your name was in there. If it was this video or another. All right. Hi, Amanda. This is Elizabeth. Which one? This one. Okay. Hi, Megan. Woo, it already fell out. I didn't even notice. When I'm connected to my joyful presence, I attract support from the universe, Elizabeth. There you go. Oh, why do I think veins? Is it possible, Elizabeth, that it's almost like your legs are heavy? Like there's times where they really feel uncomfortable, where they're bothering you. For some reason, I keep seeing, although these are just kind of lines, I keep seeing veins, like circulation. Circulation is not well in your legs. Okay. And they're saying you really need to connect with the earth, like barefoot. You need to go. Because the circulation isn't well. And two, the yellow really jumps out as well, which is the solar plexus chakra that's out of balance. They're saying that you've been impacted by a lot of stress lately, a lot of worry, a lot of stress, and sometimes you just feel like you can't handle it. And so your solar plexus is oversaturated with these lower vibrations. That your belly is where you keep all your stress. And then you get, bowel problems and diarrhea and just kind of weird stuff happening on that end, cramping and so on and so forth. And that's radiating outwards down to your legs. Okay. Your solar plexus is so oversaturated that it's actually the energy is going down, 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 trying to make space. So what do we need to do? One, we need to stop worrying, because they're saying there's no need to worry. Everything is happening as it is. 2024 for you is a pause. You're supposed to take it slow. You're supposed to rest. You're supposed to re-energize. You're supposed to provide time and space for self-reflection and what do I want to do, and are the things that I'm doing right now, is that still what I want, or do I completely want to go in a different direction? 2024 for you is about self-contemplation. It's about self-care, physical, mental, and emotional. And it's about really taking your time to just to be present with yourself, to be okay with a certain sense of solitude, to kind of disconnect from the distractions, and to really kind of give yourself time to get reintroduced with who you really are, not the character that you've been playing for years and years and years, but who are you really? Okay. And then really work on that, releasing, rebalancing that solar plexus. There's exercises online that you can find to do that. Really eat a lot of yellow foods is what they're saying. But the best way to clear it and to rebalance is to find your joy, is to ground, and is to allow yourself to rest. Okay. In this modern society, whenever we need time for ourselves, we feel guilty that we're not doing anything, or we're just kind of, being in nature and sitting down and listening to the trees and listening to the wind. I mean, we're not being productive because we've been programmed that the only good thing about us is when we're being productive. And it's the biggest BS in the world. When we do nothing, the best things can happen, because it allows us to calm down, to get reacquainted with who we are, where we are, and what we want. And it allows space in the mind and in the heart to receive divine guidance. Okay. So the best ideas usually happen when we're not doing anything. Does that kind of make sense? So that is what I'm getting for you, Elizabeth. I don't know if that makes any sense. I've been very blah, blah, but I'm just letting it all rip. I'm just letting it out, whatever comes into my heart, and I'm not even thinking about what I'm saying. I'm just letting it out. That's just how I channel. So there you go, Elizabeth. I hope that helps, because I do feel like you have a wonderful future ahead of you if you allow yourselves to have it. Okay. So there you go. All right. Let's see. Kelly, let's get you a card, my love. Kelly Irwin. And then, yes, we'll do Sylvia. Sylvia just lost her mom. Well, she didn't lose her. Her mom transitioned. She graduated. She got her little angel wings. And we'll see if we can get a message from her. But first, we're going to do Kelly. Kelly. All right. The new heaven resident. I love that. You'll see her again. Don't worry. We all do. We never really leave. We just change form. Ooh, this is a cool card. I've never seen this one. Halls of Amenti Initiation. Secrets revealed, treasures uncovered, initiations. Ooh. Kelly. It's almost like a door has opened for you. Something has changed. They keep showing me a door. A door has been opened. And now you're going to, it's almost like you're going to do a lot more self-exploration in regards to your spiritual self, in regards to your abilities, in regards to spiritual growth. It just feels like a door has been opened and it is pushing you in a direction of discovering your own abilities to connect, to communicate, and so on and so forth. And it's like the more you have fun with this, the more you kind of adopt this childlike energy of getting excited. You know, it's like when you get your new toys and you just get excited and you just want to play without, you know, without it having to lead up to a specific goal. That's kind of the energy you have to approach it with. Just play with it, have fun with it. Whatever happens, happens. Whatever doesn't happen, doesn't happen. It is okay. It's about staying in a playful, upbeat, childlike energy. And when doing so, you raise your vibration and it actually opens the communication even more. Okay, that's why I'm very open, because I always feel like I never grew up. I still feel like a kid. I have no idea what I'm doing half of the time in my life, and that's okay. I am completely okay with not knowing where I'm headed, what I'm supposed to be doing. I just do things very spontaneously, impulsively. Like a kid, I play with life. Okay. That's what they're saying. Treasures are going to be uncovered. It's about your abilities will start to show themselves more and more and more. The more you play, the more you have fun with this, the more you discover and explore different aspects in order to discover what you're really good at and what your strengths are. Okay. Kelly says, yes, yes, yes. I'm starting to see that. All right, cool. All right, Sylvia, let's see if mom comes through. I can't make any promises because she just recently passed, but maybe one of the boys will come through for you. Let's go with the new ones. Cool. Hello from Madrid. We're not too far. I'm in France. Although I'm Belgian. And I used to live in America. I've been traveling all around the world trying to find my home, but I think I finally found it. Opa. Sylvia, we got the parrots as well. Listen intently to understand. Listen intently to understand. I feel like your mom has been communicating with you. Okay, so your mom, although she's okay and she is in good hands, she is choosing to remain with your dad for just a little bit longer, is what they're saying. So it's not that she's stuck here, but she is being assisted with her team to um, help her help your dad. Does that kind of make sense? Because he's really going to feel the impact of this. And although he's, it's almost like, I don't know if he's a religious man, but it's like she's saying he believes in God. He was raised religiously. He's really going to struggle with her not being there, because she was kind of a pillar, a force to be reckoned with. That's what he's saying. So no one understand that mom is still around, is choosing to stay here until she knows that until he knows that she's still there, that she's around. And once he gets that validation and he picks up on that validation, then she'll go home and she'll do the processing and all of that. She'll still be able to reach out and to communicate and to watch over him. But she also needs to go through her process. But she's putting that a little bit on hold because your dad would otherwise struggle too much. Does that make sense? And so that's what I'm seeing. This is her comforting your dad. And these are your two boys staying with her to make sure she doesn't get lost, to make sure that she finds her way back to her own heaven. Okay. So it looks like they're both there. And for some reason, I keep hearing, "Look, Mom, I'm like Mario." And he's like Luigi. So that's the message that I'm getting for you today. So I hope that really helps. Oh, he's so funny. He had a thing with Mario and Luigi, I think. Let's see. Well, I hope this helps, my love. Just know that I'm with you. And so is Eric, trying to help you get through it. All right. Dr. Giacomo. Am I saying that right? Dr. Giacomo? Oh, Gomo. I wrote an A. Let's see if we can get you a card, my love. Okay. Which one? Ooh, they're debating it. This one. Okay. It's Italian. I thought so. My godfather is a person from Sicily. So, and I've never visited his home there. Isn't that bad? Because he used to live in Belgium where we lived. And then he retired and went back home. One of these days I got to go see him. He lives right next to the Etna. Sometimes it's like, okay, keep your windows closed. Whoop. Ooh, we got two. The gift of neutrality and empower yourself. This is what we got. There you go. Okay, the gift of neutrality. Balance is at work in your life. Yin and yang are opposites in energy, but reside side by side to create the gift of neutrality. And then empower yourself. Tune into your personal power. You are more than able to handle the situation facing you. Allow yourself to be the strong, beautiful person you're capable of being. Those are a lot of words. Give me a minute. I have to reread it. Otherwise, it's not. I've already stopped listening. My brain stopped listening at a certain point. That's what happens when you have dyslexia. It's like my brain just stops registering. I can still read the words, but it stops registering what it says. It's almost like they're saying, I mean, intuitively, it's like this is you, and then there's all these influences. It's like they're saying you're surrounded. You're surrounded by rules and regulations. You're surrounded by truths that are no longer your truth, that you know are incorrect, that you know are not based on fact. And because of that, you kind of feel trapped. Just feels like you're trapped in your reality, but they're saying you're not trapped. What you simply need to do is disconnect yourself from what other people want you to do and simply do your own thing. It's about creating your own rules, your own boundaries, your own, I don't want to say walls. It's not walls. They don't want you to get yourself into this bubble. That's not what they want. They want you to allow yourself to do things your way, to stop living according to other people's rules that are basically based on rubbish. And when they're talking about the gift of neutrality, it's about it's about this, the way that you can liberate yourself from feeling like you are forced to follow other people's rules and doctrine and programs, is to observe all of that which does not resonate with you anymore from a neutral perspective, just knowing that, oh, that's 3D, that's not my reality anymore. I'm in 5D now, where I create my own reality. You can observe the outside world without getting emotionally attached to it or invested into it, or without allowing it to emotionally affect you in any way or form. Right? You guys do whatever you want to do, but I'm going to do things my way, and I feel very darn good about that. Okay. It's really about becoming your own master, freeing yourself from the idea that you have to follow the rules of others, and simply observing those rules of others with a neutral, disconnected feel. Don't let any of that, those threatening energies to affect you in any way or form, and then they will not affect you. You will create a reality where you will be free to follow your own intuition, your own rules, your own boundaries, and so on and so forth. Does that kind of make sense? I don't know if that makes sense, but that's what I'm getting. It's about liberating yourself from doctrine and following programs that just simply don't work for you anymore. Make your own program, make your own rules, make your own laws. You're welcome. He's going, yes. Okay. So it is. 5D is about creating your own world. So, all right. Sarah Lars. Hello, my love. Each one. Okay. Rayun, I think I already, I pulled a card for you already, Rayun. a little bit ago. So you might have to rewatch the recording. You're welcome. Sending you kisses back. Mwah, 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 mwah. Sarah. Ooh, motivation. When spring approaches, the flower fairies urge you to spring into action. If there's something you've been merely thinking about doing, they say get busy and do it. Get busy and do it. Okay. You need to take a vacation, Sarah. You need to disconnect, re-energize. When they're talking about motivation, it's almost like you're exhausted and you're drained because, one, your body's still adjusting to a new frequency, and two, you've worked so hard on everything. Every aspect in your life has been like a job. Even your spiritual aspect, the growth, the clearing, the cleansing, the forgiving, the, trying to find connection. It's all been kind of like a job, and you're just tired. You're just like, why can't things just be without me having to feel like I'm working at it all the time, right? And they're saying that's what you need to do. You need to let go of trying to work at it. Okay? Just be it. You've done massive amounts of work. You are already far advanced than you think. Okay? You're further advanced than you think. You just need to be it now. Okay? Stop working at everything and just become it. Okay? And the best way, they say, for you to start feeling what it feels like to just be is to take a little vacation and to just be impulsive. Don't pre-plan, because you're a planner. And planning takes work. And again, it's a job. And vacation shouldn't be a job, they say. And they're just trying to shake you up. They're like, wake up. Nothing has to be a job, okay? Life is just about living it. It's about being it. It's about saying, screw it. Today, I am spontaneously going to go there. I'm going to get in my car. I'm going to go on a road trip, and we'll see where the road takes me. It's about learning to just live without overthinking it, overanalyzing it, working on it, healing it, programming it. You need to feel what it feels like, again, to just be. Okay? So do what you need to do to get back in that vibration, and then hold on to it as you return and continue to bring it into your reality. Because look, you're constantly thinking and contemplating, and it is the most energy tasked job that a body does. And you're going to continue to be exhausted if you keep choosing to experience everything as a job. Okay? So you need to now reprogram yourself, clear the clutter, start from scratch, okay? And really learn to tap into what it feels like to just live without having to plan everything. To just wake up and say, today I feel like I'm doing this. Let's go for it. Okay? You need to learn to simply live again. And you can do that during a little break or whatever, a little exploration. But you need to do it in order to get your body to stop being in working mode. Because when your mind and your energy is constantly in working mode, your body is constantly in working mode, and then you don't sleep very deep, and you're constantly thinking and contemplating, and then your body doesn't get the rest that it needs to re-energize, to restore itself, and you're going to be off and on sick, off and on exhausted. Doesn't matter how much you sleep, then you're not going to get the deep sleep that you need. And you're going to wake up exhausted. You're going to go to bed exhausted, wake up. It's just a vicious cycle. So know that whatever you do energetically, emotionally, intellectually, has an impact on what your body does. Your body aligns itself with your vibration. So if you're constantly in doing mode, your body's like, I gotta work at it. I gotta work at it. And the body doesn't get the rest either. And then your body will say, I'm tired. Maybe we should take a break. And then you don't listen to your body. And you continue to be in working mode. And it's just a vicious cycle. So boom, boom, boom. The little spirit is giving you a little slap on the face to wake you up and say, wake up. Just go and live, okay? Even if it's for a little bit, just so you can feel what it feels like. And then when you have to return back to your normal life, there go normal life, try and incorporate that feeling into your daily life, okay? You can do it, they say. You can do it. All right. Hope that helps, my love. Amanda Cameron. Let's get you a card, my love. Cameron. I'll make sure I write it down well. This one. Oh, my nose is itching. That means Eric is here. You're welcome, Sarah. Whoopa. Whoop, we got two that flipped. Ooh, and both have crystals. Crystals. It's a crystal festival. There you go. One has the number 39, green, heart healing. And the other one has the number 13, air and fly free. It's almost like they're saying you've really given a lot of your heart away, right? They're showing me like your heart chakra and you giving everybody around you a piece of it. Trying to help them, trying to make them feel better, trying to take care of people, right? But they're saying it's time for you to fly alone for a little bit. You got to go a little bit solo. And that doesn't mean you have to disconnect from your family or your friends, but it simply means that you really need to focus on yourself for a little bit, okay? You've given so much and trying to keep the peace, trying to balance people out, trying to assist where needed, help heal, and so on and so forth. You've done a lot of work taking care of everybody else, but it's like the moment has come to kind of spread your wings and go for a little trip. Okay, go for a self-care. Okay, liberate yourself. Oh, that's cool. What they're saying in my head is liberate yourself from the need to feel, it's something like from the need to feel responsible for others. You can only help and assist, but you cannot make the changes for them. So there needs to come a time where you're assisting yourself first. And it's like you're in that time again, because it's like the connections that you were making and the improvements that you were doing on a spiritual connective level has kind of decreased because you've been distracted helping everyone else trying to get through things. Does that kind of make sense of what I'm saying? And they're saying it's time to kind of go back to you for a little bit, okay? It's time for focusing again on you and your own evolution and your own reconnection, because it just feels like you've been distracted by so many things. They're saying, come back to us. That's kind of what they're saying. Amanda says, so true. Okay. So that's the message. I hope that helps. Come back to us. Time for self-expansion again. A little bit of time for oneself. Megan Irwin. All right, sweetheart. Let's see what we get for you. We're going for the animals. Kim Atkinson says, a few years ago, I did some energy healing with your husband. It was great. Oh, good. I'm glad he was able to help. Helps a lot, and I'm hoping to escape to Australia on my own next year. Maybe that's where the flying bird comes in. You might have to take a flight so you can focus on you. Okay, Megan. We need a card for Megan. Oopa. The rat. Ew, Megan. Be true to yourself and the universe will reward you. Look how cute that little rat is. Look how he's got the symbol of the universal order inside his heart. Ow. People always look at rats from a negative point, but they're very clever animals, super intelligent. They always find answers to their problems, if you think about it. It says here, Archangel Gabriel and Zadkiel. So really, the simple message really is, I mean, it says it right there. It's about to not be afraid to follow your own heart, your inner guidance, because it might not be logical to the outside world, but as long as it makes sense to you, and as long as as you believe in the impossible, then everything will be okay, because everything is possible for you. You really allowed yourself space in this lifetime to be self-creative. A lot of people will have certain intentions for life. They will have put certain structures in place, certain relationships to come in order to have certain experiences, but not you. You really wanted to have a life where you are allowed to self-explore, to try different things, to explore the world that you're in, and in doing so, exploring oneself within that world. So you left it open to create as you see fit, as your human ego and soul essence feels. It's like you're the creator, you're God in your own reality, and anything is a possibility for you, as long as you know that it is a possibility for you. It is just a matter of taking action and following the heart, following the intuitive guidance, and just taking it one step at a time. So anything is possible. Anything goes for you. So don't be afraid to make mistakes, because it's simply not possible in this journey for you, because anything is accepted and is invited in if you choose it. Okay? So I hope that helps, Megan. Okay, let's see. Nina Mitrushev. I'm probably not saying that right, huh? Mitrushev. You know who you are. Okay, this one. You're welcome, Megan. Ooh, there it went. Ooh, what is that? Merkaba activation, transcendence, ascension. You are rising up, my dear. Okay. What am I getting on an intuitive level? Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm. I just keep seeing downloads. You're getting downloads. Is it possible that your dreams have been really weird, kind of intense and weird, or you're just not sleeping well at all? I feel like you're waking up a lot in the middle of the night, like around 3 or 4. And I think it's because all these downloads. They keep showing me you're getting downloads. Like you're going through a really intense activation process right now, and so you should start. It's pretty intense, so it is possible that it's bothering you on a physical level, but they're showing me that in within a couple of weeks you're going to start feeling really different, completely different, and it's almost going to be like you don't even have access anymore to certain fears that you used to have. It's almost like even if you would try, you wouldn't be able to bring it back up. And it's because you are being changed on an energetic level through these downloads. Your DNA is being reprogrammed. And so, again, it can be intense on a physical level, can really kind of mess up your sleep patterns and just kind of make you feel tired and fatigued. But it is a necessary step in order for you to rise up into a higher dimensional plane, which is where your soul wants to go. So know that in a couple of weeks you should start feeling better. But if you're very mindful, you will notice differences, like certain negative emotions. You won't be even able to artificially bring it up. Does that kind of know what I'm saying? So because you're going to be in a new frequency where those emotions just simply cannot be. So are those 5D energies? Yes, exactly. So a lot of us, because we are getting to the end, kind of the final stages of the Earth's transcendence, and we're going with it, right? It should end somewhere towards 2024. At the end of 2024 and the beginning of 2025, the parallel realities of the two different dimensional planes, the 3D and the 5D. I mean, there's a 4D as well, but it's so close to 3D that usually we don't talk much about it. But 4D is basically people who think they're awake, but are exactly doing 3D things. They're still doing the same thing. They just have convinced themselves they're awake, and they're not, because their actions are completely 3D and completely focused on how they've always acted. They've just started to question things, and that's awakening doesn't happen until you become your truth, until you become the awakened soul, though. And that's fine. Some people are fine with that. That's what their soul wants to experience. I mean, there's no judgment here whatsoever. There's no, this is better than that. No, whatever the soul chooses is what the soul is going to experience. And that is perfect for every individual soul. So whatever people's journeys are, is going to be perfect for them. But anyway, at the end of the year, these parallel realities, and there's an infinite amount of parallel realities in the 5D and in the 3D. These dimensional planes are going to start splitting up. And at the beginning, people who have transcended into a higher vibration of existence, a higher vibrational version of the same Earth, are still going to be able to see what's going on in the 3D. I already have that now. Like, I observe the outside world, and I'm completely neutral about it. I have no emotional attachment into it anymore, because I'm operating from a fifth dimensional plane, but I'm still seeing the 3D, but it just feels like I'm watching a really bad movie. That's kind of what it feels like. And I still care. And I still feel, love and compassion and sadness when I see people suffer. I still have that, but the stories that they're injecting us with just simply have no more impact on me whatsoever. I just observe it neutrally. Does that kind of make sense? And so that's where you're headed. So whatever's going on right now, it's because of the downloads. You're getting immense downloads, and it's simply because we're getting to the end of the year, and a lot of people are going to go through downloads right now, which is the final stages of grounding you in a fifth dimensional reality of Earth. Okay, and so does that kind of make sense? But anyway, that's what you're going through, and it just feels kind of weird, is what they're saying. And you might be like, "What the hell's going on?" But they're saying just relax, allow it to happen. There's nothing wrong with it. It just creates weird feelings and weird dreams, and kind of everything's kind of out of whack. But it's just because of that, okay? And it is a necessary step. Does that make sense? She says, "Oh, you said absolutely resonates with me. Thank you." Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. I'm glad it resonates. All right. Let's see. Patty M. She's been receiving telepathic messages. I should take pictures outside and capture a being. What are they trying to tell me? What should I do to understand them more? There's more and more ETs really getting close to humans. So it's really fun to see. I've seen people, and they're really getting close, and they're taking pictures of them almost daily. They showed their ships in the sky. It's just really cool. Which one? Oh, this one. Okay. Hold on, Patty. Let's take a look. Oh, you got two. Oneness is my true nature. And when I'm in alignment with the love of the universe, peace cannot be disrupted. What they're saying here is basically know that you're safe. Okay, your peace is not going to be disrupted, because although you are getting comfortable with the idea of this, there's still a certain fear that you're holding on to in your heart, and they're saying it's not necessary. Okay, you are safe. They are not going to hurt you. Nothing will hurt you. You are protected. And basically the reason that they're communicating with you is just to kind of show you that they are just like us. Okay, they really just want to show that they have the same intentions for humankind. They just want to help. They just want to elevate the frequency so it has a positive impact on their reality and their planet and their wherever. Because a lot of them, okay, the ones that you're communicating with actually live on Earth, believe it or not, is what they're saying. They're showing me that they actually live in the ocean, which is kind of cool because it makes me think of that movie, The Abyss. So they just want, okay, so in a way, it's almost like they're trying to communicate to you and make you feel as comfortable as possible. The communication is there to help you feel the comfort, to help you create the comfort, to work on being comfortable around them, because they're just like you and me. They just want the best for this planet. They want everybody to be happy and healthy, and they just want oneness. They want to be able to be allowed to safely communicate with us without feeling threatened by us. Does that kind of make sense? This almost looks like an eye, doesn't it? It really isn't an eye, but it looks like an eye. It's like they just want to, be straight, eye to eye, to show you that they're the same. And they want the same things: love, safety, caring for our environment, caring for our planet, and working together. Okay, so I hope that helps a little bit, Patty. But that's what they're working on with you. Okay. All right, who am I being? Let's see. Lisa Whited. Dominique wants to know, how was the event? So we had a live event here in France. It was awesome. It was amazing. It was fun. Everybody got really connected. It's just like coming home to a bunch of friends, which is weird because everybody was a stranger to one another. And yet it felt like we'd known each other for years. Isn't that funny? It was just perfect. We had a lot of fun. We laughed. We cried. It was just wonderful. We controlled the weather. They kept saying it's going to rain all day. I was like, no, it's not. And we made the sunshine come very early in the day, and it stayed all day until the evening. We can do a lot with mind control. We can change the weather. I do it all the time. They said it was going to rain all week that week, and didn't rain all week. Sun every day. Because I was like, I will it. I am the creator of this reality. You will listen to me. Anyway, like I said, I never really grew up. You're just going to have to deal with that. Okay. Stargazing, Lisa. Stargazing. When you gaze at the stars, you give yourself fairy focus. Your intuition will flow more freely and reveal what you need to know about your situation. Lisa. You need to believe in yourself. You don't believe in yourself, my love. It's like, Lisa, it's almost like you're not comfortable in this human existence. Like you feel very foreign being a human. Everything's kind of like, huh? What? Like, you really have a hard time feeling comfortable and grounding yourself in your human incarnation. And it's simply because you're not, you're pretty new at it. You've really explored a lot of different worlds and different planets and different entities, but being human is pretty new to you. And so a lot of times you find yourself looking out into the sky, looking at the stars, seeking for that home that you're desperately trying to feel, because you just don't feel it here. And it doesn't mean you're not surrounded by love, and it doesn't mean that you don't have a good life, but you just simply feel alien here. And they're saying in order for you to really ground yourself in your human existence, you have to align with your purpose. And they're saying that's where you're struggling, is to find the purpose. Once you find your purpose, you will feel like you belong here. Like, oh, that's what I was here to do. Right. And they're saying the thing is, with your purpose, you've always done what was expected of you. And so you've never truly allowed yourself to explore abilities and gifts that you have. And so in order for you, because they say we can't tell you what your path is, because in this lifetime, it's all about the discovery of the path. It's about you putting in action and energy into exploring oneself and your own abilities and your own qualities, the true you, not the character that you've designed to try and fit in, because you've tried to fit in your whole life and you still don't feel like you fit in, because you're not meant to fit in. You're meant to fit into yourself. You're meant to find yourself. And in doing so, exploring yourself, putting yourself out of your comfort zone and into the big wide world, exploring new activities, new ways of self-exploration, putting yourself in those kind of situations where I don't know what this is going to do, but we'll see what happens, is going to allow you to really get a better understanding of who you are and what you really enjoy. And then the path will become clear to you. They can't tell you, because you have to find that and discover that and create that for yourself. That is your ultimate goal, to finally find what you're here to do and to do it. But the ultimate experience for you that's going to provide you with the massive amount of soul growth is for you to go on that adventure of self-exploration and self-discovery, and then follow through fearlessly and without overthinking it. Okay, I don't know if that makes any sense, but that is what I'm getting. Okay, let's see. Barbarella. Let's see. Hello, everybody. We got 2. Ooh. In the light of the moon and dancing in the rainbow. Barbarella. Let's see. Dancing in the rainbow. Break free from whatever you feel is holding you back. Express happiness. Find out what you truly desire. And in the light of the moon, a full moon can shine light on what you have been resisting. This can be anything from your fears to your soul's beauty. It's kind of funny because in both cards you kind of see a moon, although this is more like a bubble. It looks to me like a moon right here. So it's almost like they're saying, don't look at the moon. Right. Because you're always looking out there. It's like the reason why you can't feel balanced and you can't feel happiness in a way that you really want to feel it is because you're always focused on something outside of you. If I reach that, then I'll be happy. If I get that, then I'll be happy. If I do this, then I'll feel like I'm on my path. You're always placing your happiness, your joy, your balance, your health, your abundance on something that's still supposed to come. You're always putting it in the future, out there. They're saying, stop looking at the moon, start looking at your heart. Because if you're always looking away from you, it's everything you want is always going to be away from you. It's always going to be there. Okay, so it's going to be far away from you in the future tense, where you can't reach it, where it's untouchable. It's always an idea. You have to create your happiness today, here, now, within you. Your health, do it now, not then. If I reach that goal, then I'll be healthier, or then. No, start today. Feel healthier already with the steps that you're taking today. If in regards to jobs, if there's something you really want to do it today. It's about taking the steps today to get the ball rolling. Okay, planning, envisioning, feeling it, whatever you need to do to make it real today. So that's the message that I'm getting for you. Stop placing everything on an idea that's somewhere in the future at some point, maybe away from you. What you want in life needs to be created inside, here, now, today, and each minute of every day. You have to feel it, hold on to it, nourish it, feed it, nourish it, feed it, nourish it, feed it. Okay. The outside world is simply a reflection of what's going on the inside of your inner truth. So if you choose to align with the definition that your happiness depends on something that's still to come, or something that is still removed from you, it's always going to be removed from you, because that's your reality. That's your reality that you're choosing to align with. But you need to bring it here now. Okay? Only then will the outside reality reflect that inner truth. Okay? Your inner truth is what you see out there. So make sure that you take responsibility for what you're feeling today, because that's what's going to create your tomorrow. Okay, does that make sense? So hopefully that helps a little bit, but that's what I'm getting. Okay, let's see. All right. Demini? Am I saying that right? Demini. All right. Demini. Which card? This one. Okay. We can get messages even if the cards are not directed directly at you. We can get information that we need to hear from every card, because if you get those goosebumps or you get that kind of nudge in your head or in your heart that, hey, pay attention, this is for you as well, then it is. Okay, Spirit will find a way to give you a nudge to validate that this message is for you as well. So we can all learn from each other's messages. Ooh, blessings. This is for Demini. Blessings and thanks. Abundant universe. And this is number 47. There we go. You're welcome, Barbarella. I hope it helps. Demini, blessings and thanks. You need to be more grateful. Not that you're not a grateful person, but your main focus is on the things that are lacking and not on the things that you have. If you switch your focus on all the things you have, oh my God, I got light, I got electricity, I have running water, I have shoes, I got clothes. I am so rich. Okay. You spend too much, you waste time. It's almost like, stop wasting time on thinking of stuff that's not yet arrived, and instead take all that extra energy and put it into being grateful for what you already have, because then you feel abundant and you're like, wow, man, I am lucky. I have so much to be grateful for. And when we're in that state, then the universe brings us more abundance and more of that which will reflect your happiness. Does that make sense? So a little bit less a little bit, they're going, well, a lot less. A lot less focus on what's lacking and a lot more focus on what you already have. And every little thing, be grateful, express it, feel happy about it, because darn it, you have more than most people do. And just be happy. When you go to the bathroom and you can take a poop without it hurting, hallelujah, be grateful for it, because there are people that go through hell to just go to the bathroom. Okay, do you know what I'm saying? Yeah, there's so much to be grateful for. Oh my God, I can walk and I don't have pain in my back. Hallelujah. Everything is something to be grateful for. And when you stay in that grateful state, you receive more things from the universe to be grateful about. Okay? There you go. That is for you, my love. I did, when I studied mindfulness in Plum Village, which is kind of a center of Thich Nhat Hanh, who was a Buddhist Zen master, and just a bunch of Buddhist monks. But they really teach you to be grateful for everything, even going to the bathroom and everything goes smoothly. It's like, score, that was a good poop. And so I wake up every morning, and the first thing I do before I even get out of bed is I sum up anything I can think of that I'm grateful for. Boy, I'm grateful my husband chose to live another day and wake up next to me. I am grateful for my children. I am grateful I have a house that keeps me dry and safe. It might not be pretty yet. We're still in renovations, and that might take years, but I'm still grateful that I have it. I'm grateful for my neighbors. I'm grateful for my job. I'm grateful for you guys. I am grateful that I have electricity every morning. Because the moment we lose electricity, we don't have electricity for a week, then we realize how lucky we were that we had electricity. Think about it. It's only when we lose something that we truly acknowledge what we had. But if you acknowledge that every day, then you're basically telling the universe how blessed you are, how lucky you are, how abundant you are. And the universe always gives us more of what we say, what we agree, what we validate. And so, if you're constantly in a state of, yeah, I am the lucky one, then the universe saying, yes, you are, here you go. And going to give you more things to be grateful for and more things to really attract into your life that will bring abundance. Okay, does that make sense? I have a little tickle in my throat. All right. Amanda says, I'm grateful for you. Well, I'm grateful for you too. I remember our last hug. It was many, many years ago. We need to redo that hug, my love. It was a long time ago. Boy, did the years go fast. Georgia Mackey, will my nephew be okay? I will see if I can pick up on anything. Okay. Oopa. The central sun. Hold on. This is the card. Abundance downloads, regeneration, success. Yes, he will be okay. Whatever, was it your cousin? Was that what you said? Whatever the person is going through, it's going to help that soul to really, sounds like, change perspective on life, change the approach to life, the definitions of life will be altered because of whatever it is they're going through. So whatever's happening is really for the good of the person, even though it might be challenging. It's going to provide more strength, more insights, more clarity in the long run. Does that kind of make sense? So yes, it should be okay. And it is happening with purpose and intention for the benefit of the individual soul. That's what I'm getting. Oh, it was your nephew. Yep. Sophia Hermitessa. Sophia, I've never heard that before. Hermitessa. Is that your last name, or is that something you've invented? Hermitessa. It sounds Greek. I don't know. I could be wrong. Let's see here. Gryffindor. Yes. I'm a sucker for magic movies. Ever since I was a kid, I loved magic, and fantasy. And turns out half of it isn't fantasy, it's reality. And what we thought was reality is fantasy. We always knew. Those of you who are like me, we knew. We knew magic was real. We knew the force will awaken within us. Yeah, I love anything. I love Star Wars. And not the new ones, but I like the old ones. Because it's so spiritual. It's about the force, which is really the light energy within us all. Really, I mean, there's so much truth in those movies. It's not even funny. I love sci-fi, and I love true stories as well, but they're always not 100% accurate, which bothers me a lot. If you're going to make a biopic, make sure it's bloody accurate. If they ever make a biopic of me, you never know. I want it to be accurate, okay? I'm going to put that in the wheel right now. Card for Sophia. Yeah, I've always been I loved Willow, the Goonies. I still do. I still watch them. When I'm having a bad day, boy, it's a Goonie day. You know. Ow, listen to the messages of the angels. Sophia. Never ending story. Yes. I own them all. I'm still kind of, I don't do anything digital. I need to have the cover in my hands. We have like a whole library of movies because we don't watch much TV. We just watch 80s movies. You know? Oh, God. Listen to the messages of the angels. Look, we're talking about Harry Potter, and here comes Hedwig. The messengers. Sophia, Sophia, Sophia. Okay. They're saying you've been reaching out. They're saying we've been reaching out as well. But there's a miscommunication. Why? Because you're not letting go of a preconceived idea on how the communication should occur. Okay. They want you to remain neutral and to have zero expectations. You got to let go of the expectations when you're trying to communicate and receive validation of that communication. Okay. You are too much stuck in your head in trying to figure out what it needs to look like, what it needs to sound like, what it needs to feel like. You're trying to precondition the communication in whatever way or form you're doing that. And they're saying you can't do that because then you're trying to control the communication. And when there's control in the mix, control comes from a fear energy. Okay. People who don't fear anything don't need to control anything. Okay. That's why the Cabal people are really weak people, weak souls, because they still believe that they have to control us in order to be powerful. People who truly are awake understand that we don't need to control anything because we are already all powerful, all creative beings. We create our own reality. Therefore, we do not need to control others to create and attract the reality we want to have. Okay, blah, blah. Okay, I'm getting off topic here. But, Sophia, let go of it's like you're overthinking it. You're overthinking it. Okay. Just allow it to happen in whatever way or form it shows up. It's about being mindful and being attentive during your day, your night, during your entire week. It's to just be mindful, live in the moment, and then you will see the communication that is occurring, and it will come to you in many different ways and forms. Okay, it's not always in one way. For example, sometimes I'm in the car and I'll be thinking about something, and then all of a sudden a song comes up that's answering the question that I had in my head. For example, I don't always hear them in my head. I don't always feel them. Communication can occur during your entire 24 hours a day, and it can come in many different ways. But when you're limiting how the communication comes, it needs to be in a certain way or in a specific way, or otherwise it's probably not real, and then you convince yourself that it's not real, and it's just coincidence, and you just keep boycotting the communication. You keep self-sabotaging. Okay, the messages are coming, you are receiving them, but you need to be open that the communication can occur in different ways and forms. And the only way you're going to truly pick up on those communications and get the validations that you're seeking is to live 1 minute a day, is to be very mindful, live very much in the moment, be very present in your reality, and to get out of your head. Because when you're constantly thinking, contemplating, debating, having conversations in your head, then you're not really being attentive to the now moment. And spirits are never in the future tense and are never in the past tense. But when you place your consciousness in either a future or a past tense, you're missing out on the now. And it's in the now moments that spirit communicate. They are here and now. Okay. They live in the now, as we should, because the past is simply an ID and the future is also an ID. But what is real is right here, right now. Okay. Everybody is right here, right now. There is not even a time is an illusion. It's just a human creation. Does that kind of make sense? So be mindful, and you will receive the communication if you let go of the preconceived ideas on how those communications should occur. Okay. I hope that resonates with you. All right. Vicky, a message for your 21-year-old son. Okay. So Buddhist goes to a hot dog stand and says, make me one with everything. There you go. Buddhism is just misunderstood. People categorize it as a religion. It's not a religion at all. It's just a way of life. That's it. They don't worship anything or anyone. They don't even believe in a God. They believe that everything is life and everything is energy, and that Buddha, or Siddhartha Gautama, what was his real name, was just a guy that tried to figure it out, how to become enlightened. He's just a teacher. They do not worship him. They just simply follow his teachings in order to bring and create a life of peace and acceptance and abundance, without the materialistic aspects of it, if that makes sense. Vicky, we need a message for Vicky's son. Oop. There it went. Leadership, answer the call. Oop, there's one, and then there's a second one. Dimensional gateway, an invitation. Okay, so what they're showing me is he's kind of lost. I just feel like he's lost, like he can't figure out why he's here, what he should be doing, how he can feel better. It just feels like there might be even some depression going on, but it just feels like he's lost. And they're saying, look, you're the light, you're the answer. You have all the answers within you because you're the creator of this reality. He's focusing too much on the outside world. It's like he believes that everybody around him has it all figured out, and he feels bad that he hasn't. And the only reason he hasn't figured it out is because he's given away his power. He's given away his creative powers to the outside world. He's looking outside of himself for someone to tell him what to do, but he doesn't understand that the only one who can tell him what to do is himself. He's the creator. He gets to choose, and he is capable of doing many, many things. The possibilities are endless, but the biggest lesson right now that he's learning is to become his own leader. He needs to follow himself, his intuition, the joys, the excitements, his passions. Because this is kind of like, this is what I'm seeing. So this is like a portal, and he's there. Like, all he needs to do is step through the door and decide which direction he's going into. That's it. It's as simple as that. It's like simple. But for him, it's almost like it's an impossible task. But he's the light. If he wants to see the road, he's got to turn on his light. His flashlight, if you want. Turn on his phone light. He's the light. He's the only one who can light up his path. Him and him alone. So he needs to stop looking out there for answers, start going inward. He needs to do meditation. He doesn't do that. He doesn't like to be with oneself. He feels confused and he feels alone, and he's not. He needs to allow his higher self to work with him. Because now he's just fighting his own higher self. He's just rejecting this aspect of himself that has the answers of what the soul wants. And the only way to do that is to create a daily moment of meditation, grounding, reconnection to oneself. It's okay to not have all the answers. He doesn't have to have any answers. All he needs to do is to do things that make him excited, that explore his passions. Even if he doesn't know what it is, go on an exploration, try different things, put yourself in different situations in order to figure out who you are, what really makes you tick, what really makes you excited, what brings inspiration. So the answer is him. He is the carrier of the light, but he needs to light his torch in order to see it. Okay, so I hope that helps, but he'll find his way. He'll find his way. He just needs to know that he's the creator, and he needs to stop looking outwards for answers. Look within. Sophia, we did a card for you already, so you might have missed it. Let's see. Okay. Aaron. Did we do Aaron yet? I don't think so. No. Aaron Irwin. The Irwin clan. This one. Okay. How strange. I have like these two, I don't know if you can see it. These two crystals hanging over here, and they just move by themselves. Ooh, Aaron. Looks like somebody's coming over to give you a physical sign. Looks like your spiritual team is really trying to provide you with evidence that they're there. Because my things just started moving by themselves. I was like, okay, well, that's different. You know what they're saying in my head? I haven't even picked a card yet, and they're already talking. They're saying, Aaron, you're like on the fence. Like, your heart wants to believe, but there's still that doubt. Is this all crazy? Is this all blah blah and woo woo? Like you're on this fence. Like, you have moments where you're like, yes, I believe this. I understand this. And then there's moments where you go, this is all bullshit. I feel like you're on the seesaw and you haven't quite found your niche. And so they're just kind of saying that validation is coming in a way where you will not be able to talk yourself out of it anymore, where you will not be able to dispute it. Okay. Let's see what the card says. The moment I embrace my peace within and surrender, the outcome is the moment that the universe can truly get to work. And the key to prayer is to forget what I think I need. Those are your cards. Have you noticed that they all got pink in them, and pink is really, it's about love. Love yourself, trust yourself. You have the answers. You need to trust and believe in the unseen, and then when you do, the unseen will become seen. Okay, you have to believe it first in order to receive it. So you can't see it first and then believe it. It doesn't work that way in the universe. You have to know it and feel it in your heart for it to be true, and then the validations will come to you. The validations that can't be disputed anymore. Does that kind of make sense? And so it all starts with love, and it all starts with trusting the years and years of validations that people have provided, people with near-death experiences, people who are blind who died on an operating table and were able to, in detail, tell the doctors afterwards what they were wearing, what kind of shirt they were wearing, what kind of little hat they were wearing. One had flowers, one had this. How was she able to see that if she's completely blind? Do you see what I'm saying? Because the soul and the body are two separate entities. There's so much evidence and so much proof out there for you. There's no need for you to doubt it, but you do need to work on believing without receiving. Okay. And believing, and then you will be receiving. That's really what you need to work on, okay? Because the evidence is coming, the validation is coming, but it cannot come unless you completely align with your truth, because your heart is saying yes and your head is playing tricks on you. Eliminate the head, follow the heart, and the validations that you're seeking will be presenting themselves in a way that you can no longer fight the truth, okay? I hope that helps. Oh, no need to apologize, Sophia. Yeah, sometimes we go in and out, and yeah, but there's definitely a card for you. So you just have to watch the rerun. Peter, Maddie, or Matt. I don't remember how to say it. Matt or Maddie? Yes, one. Okay. That one came out fast. Ancestors, appreciation and healing, Peter. Ancestors, I don't know if you can see very well, appreciation and healing, and it's the number 34. Okay, this might sound a little weird what I'm saying, but what they're showing me is that within our DNA, we carry memories and habits and behaviors from our ancestors. So it's kind of programmed into the DNA and passed on from generation to generation to generation. And unfortunately, a lot of those programs within the DNA are hindering you from finding your joy, or hindering you from really living the life you know you deserve. And it's like they're saying, look, you can alter that within the DNA by really finding appreciation and finding appreciation for the struggles that happened in before you, in the generations before you, because it made your DNA very I don't want to say valuable. It doesn't feel like the right word, but it made your DNA rich with experiences and knowledge. But you also need to validate that although you are grateful for what the generations before you have gone through and have experienced and have grown from, although you are grateful for that information, it is not helping you in this journey, and therefore you are releasing it from your DNA. You kind of have to visualize in your meditational state that all your ancestors' struggles and limiting energies are releasing, are kind of like getting out of you. You know, a lot of times I will visualize like a red energy. You know, red for me is kind of like bad. And I just imagine that it just kind of releases itself from my DNA. So you have the power to do that, to rewrite the DNA and to say thank you for, for all of that information. But in this lifetime, it's only holding me back. And I am here for myself, my own growth, but also to help with the growth of the collective and the transcendence of mankind. Therefore, I need to cleanse the palette and really restart in order to participate in the building and rebuilding of a fifth dimensional plane. Does that kind of make sense? So it's about thanking the ancestors, but releasing their struggles as well, because they are 3D imprints and they do not help you to become the person you're meant to become for your own journey, but also for those that you're meant to help and assist with. Does that make sense? So that's what they're showing me. Okay, it's kind of like, see how it kind of fades, and I just noticed that it's red too. You know, it's like seeing the patterns that you were passed on to. Oh, my family was always very fearful, or my family was always in survival mode, or my family, you know, seeing those patterns and just letting them go. See how they disappear and poof, is being reabsorbed by the universe. Visualize that. Do you know what I'm trying to say? You know, oh, thank you, but you know, I need to help mankind. You know, I'm here for a much bigger purpose than just my own. Although your own is good, is valuable too, but you're here to assist. You're a light worker. So I need to reprogram the DNA for the future generations. Does that make sense? And a lot of people are doing that by, you know, or doing that through downloads. Our DNA, people who are moving into fifth dimensional plane, we're getting downloads to rewrite the DNA. But it's almost, Peter, for you, you have to do that sort of yourself a little bit, because it'll help you to understand your power. Okay, it'll help you to understand your power. You can rewrite things, but you haven't fully discovered that aspect of yourself. You know, you have in some way or form a connection, but you have the very powerful. You have more powerful abilities than that, where you can actually rewrite DNA. And it's almost like, because you wanted to do this, explore this yourself, your possibilities, and then experience it. Am I feeling a difference? Am I not feeling a difference? It's almost like that journey of discovering how to cleanse and reprogram DNA is going to help you to help others in the future. Okay. So I know it sounds kind of weird, but that's what I'm getting for you. This is the next step. This is the next step for you, because you're very much in steps. You're a soul who likes steps. Not like me. I don't like steps. I'm all over the place, forward, backwards, left, right. I feel like I'm always on a rocky ship, and I'm being drawn and pulled in all different directions. Your soul likes to have steps. And the first step needs to be concluded, and then the next step comes, and then that needs to be concluded, and the next step comes. Okay. And it's almost like you've done a lot of work these last couple of months, and they're saying now comes the next step, is to rediscover your ability, but also understand that ancestry can create certain behavior patterns and limit you unless we allow ourselves to use our own power to rewrite it. Okay. I hope that makes sense. Kind of weird, but there you go. All right. I'm going to do one more card for the group. Been channeling for 2 hours now, so I'm going to do one more card for the group. So this is for everyone that's here right now, and for everyone who will be watching later on. And we're going to go with this one. So if you didn't get a card today, don't worry. I do this every week on my Patreon page. If you want to try every week. The groups are also smaller on Patreon. So patreon.com/Emanuelle McIntosh. So I do it weekly there. Most people get a card there. Almost everybody who attends. Because it's a much smaller group than now. If not, then I do these once a month, or I try to do them once a month on YouTube for everybody else, or for everyone. Let's say it that way. You also have access to over 200 posts. channeled posts. The recent one I did was the truth about the Titanic accident, which was not what I expected it to be, but very interesting. We were able to connect with the captain, and it was kind of an emotional. Yeah, I thought it was a very intense interview that we did. Incredible information. Anyway, for everyone, panda, stay balanced and in your essence. Oh, isn't that a nice message? It's all about knowing that there's so much love around you and within you. Okay, you got to hold on to the love. Let go of the judgment. Let go of feeling separated from everyone and everything. Okay, because we're not separated. They want us to feel separated, but that's where all these structures come in. Elections, competition. It's all about pulling people apart. It's about picking sides, forcing people to pick a side. And the universe doesn't want you to pick a side. You should pick love. Choose love. Love for everyone and everything. Okay? It's about remaining balanced in that loving state, being balanced within that loving state, feeling comfortable and being able to love everyone, even if you do not agree with their actions or their reactions, to still understand that there's a soul in there that simply chose to have an experience that might not be the one that you would choose at this time, but it is just an experience. Even though from a human perspective it can be challenging to observe and to watch and heartbreaking, and some people get angry for what's going on, but understand that behind that character that is choosing to have a certain experience that might be challenging for many people around him or her, that soul has just as much love as all the other souls. It's just choosing a different experience in order to explore aspects of itself that it's not. Because how can we truly understand who we are if we don't experience who we are not? Okay, so forgiveness and love is the only way out. That's basically what it says. That's heart. Keep that love in your heart chakra, and then blossoms will grow. We can't fix the world by getting more divided, by judging. We can help the truth to come to light, so we can help the human race to make different choices, to adjust things that are no longer functioning or working, to realign things, to heal things. It all needs to come to surface. All the muckiness and all the nasty stuff needs to come to surface so it can be cleansed and cleared and healed. And things in our world systems need to be changed and altered so we can prevent suffering from happening in the future. But ultimately, we always need to love the soul that is choosing to have a very challenging experience, and to go against its own essence of love. Because every soul is love. But sometimes souls choose to have an experience that is the total opposite of love in order to understand itself better as love. Okay? Do you understand that? Does that kind of make sense? It's hard to watch sometimes. I cry too when I see people in pain and suffering. People being used, abused, trafficked, so much pain and suffering. But we can't fix it by staying in the vibration that feeds it. We have to fix it by elevating our vibration to a love healing frequency, because it's the only thing that will attract a reality where those things will no longer appear, no longer happen. because what we send out is what we get. So if we're constantly in a state of panic, in a state of fear, in a state of sadness, in a state of anger, we're just feeding the narrative. We're just feeding the 3D lower vibrational narrative. But if we take the higher perspective and we understand that the best way that we can help everyone from and prevent these things from happening in the future is to have unconditional love and to be the example, help people around you, give what you can, even if it's just a hug, even if it's just a listening ear. If you don't have much finances to give, then there's much more you can do. You can be there, support, spiritual advice, whatever you need to do, but we can help. We need to help each other. There's not one politician that's going to fix anything. They're all puppets from a group of puppeteers that you'll never truly get to know because they're operating from the shadows. People think they know who they are. They don't. The true puppeteers you will never meet. But we can take away their power by no longer feeding their needs. And what they need from us is fear, is separation, is anger, hate, all those lower vibrations. But when everybody starts to work together, starts acting lovingly towards each other, stop stealing from each other, when everybody helps, there's no more need to steal because they'll have what they need because they're being helped. And then people start paying it forward. So you want to change the world, change your vibration. It's the only way we're going to heal this world. It's the only way people are going to get to a higher vibrational dimensional plane. If you want to move out of 3D, you gotta raise your frequency. Be grateful every day. See the love that's there. There's so much love in humans. We are so creative. We're such emotional beings. We're so sensitive. Okay? But they're using that against us while we could use it to outpower them. Okay? That's why they're so scared of us, because they know we can outpower them like that. That's why they tried to suppress us, because they know that our emotional state is the most powerful tool in the universe for manifestation, and a lot of them do not have that. They're not like us. They don't have the emotional state. That's why they do what they do. This is what makes us superpowers. And they're scared, and they've already lost. But we just have to keep focusing on taking care of each other, helping each other, supporting each other. Okay. Anyway, I love you. I'm going to see you next time, either here or on Patreon. I wish you all the best for today, this week, this new week that's coming. And you all got this. You all got this, I know a lot of you feel alone, But understand that light workers were spread out over the surface of the earth for a reason. Because they needed to create a grid that was going to impact the collective, all of the collective. But there's coming a time now where people are starting to meet up. Light workers are starting to work together. They're starting to reach out from all over the world, making friendships. So we're no longer alone, okay? We're no longer alone, and we're all working together, and we're gonna make one hell of a beautiful place to live. I know that because I've seen it. I'm excited, and it's already a beautiful place. You just need to see it and feel it in your heart, and then you will align with its frequency, and it will come to pass. I promise. All right. Stop babbling, Emma. Chuck, 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 chuck. Okay. I love you guys. Take care and have a good rest of your day.